I'm Gabby Bone, and this is a little bit about my outline. So I went through and I answered all of the questions and tried to put as much detail as possible from each chapter. And different capacity, the things that I see myself getting into through FLE. Like, I know that I've been able to get to people through Facebook and through different things. Like this past week, I had posted something about the emotional banking from a class of mine, and the amount of people that absolutely loved that concept that had never heard it before. Like, I had my grandmother who, she shared the post saying how awesome this concept was and how it's something that, her and my grandfather need to better apply. And same with looking at like the comments on there. There were so many people that were very impressed with this information and thought it'd be really awesome to apply to their lives. And I know there's many different programs that I can get involved in, and I can pretty much look anywhere to find those. And looking at, see more at chapter 1. See, different things that I think can, like talking about the values and beliefs. So more about the assumptions that were mentioned in the Appendix A. My thoughts were that a lot of these assumptions are interconnected. Like you have about order, where all of your behaviors have consequences, and that because we make choices, we have our agency to make those choices, and a lot of our decisions are based off of our integrity, our knowledge of right and wrong, and we have ability to take risks, to take chances, so that we can make those choices and have those consequences. And pretty much everything there, it's interconnected. And something that's important to me to help motivate me to do my work is, help motivate you to work with what needed to motivate people and what role do I play in the motivation process. I feel that in order to motivate people, you need to show them that you're interested and invested in them, because if they see that, they're more likely to try because you are. And leading by example, I know with some of the people that I've tried to help, that I've practiced what I preached. And I know with a friend right now that's struggling with some issues in her relationship, and she asked me, how do you do it? How have you been married for 2 years with the same person for almost 3? How do you do it? I don't know how you can, especially with living together, being married. It's such a huge commitment. And I was able to sit down and talk to her and explain to her how, there's a lot of different things, and I'd be willing to talk to her and help her out with things. And so knowing that I'd had similar experiences and was willing to help her based on what I knew, it was a big motivating factor for her. And so the different approaches, the one that I felt went along more with me is I really liked the collaborator approach, using a little bit of the expert and facilitator, because I know that we all need some of the expert advice, because they know more than we do sometimes. But at the same time, when we're doing these workshops and different things, we need to let people decide what is important to them and let us know that, so we can better accommodate their needs. And that way we can find the sources that we need to do and take things the way that we need to, and let people have the opportunity to speak what they have and let us know of their experiences. Let's see. Okay, so looking at like the level prevention, I think the one that goes best with my interest is secondary, because I know things aren't always easy to catch before they start, especially addictions. Sometimes you don't even know what's going on when it happens. Like, you think you're out, you're having fun, and then all of a sudden it goes to farther than you can control, and it's starting to get there, and you realize that, so you're like, oh man, And so the way I kind of did it was like a cold. You can't always catch it before it starts, but you can nip it in the butt really early, and so everything can end faster. And that's how I think a lot of this this secondary prevention will be, is that, you know, people will notice they're starting to have problems, or other people do, and they come in, they get the information they need, they realize, you know, there needs to be a change, and they're able to make it before the problem is too bad. And let's see. So looking at chapter 18 with the different scholarly resources, I know we're going to have to deal a lot with these with all the workshops and things, and I know the reason why we need them is just so things aren't biased, and that they have research that's been peer reviewed, had to go through a long process in order to be published for students like us to use, and other researchers and experts. And so these people are reliable, and it's proven, and that's one of the reasons why we really need those things, because we know that there's a lot that's gone into those. And since I'm getting close to running out of time, looking at marketing, so one of the experiences that I had was the past few years I've helped my sister sell her Girl Scout cookies. And, you know, we tried just using word of mouth, going door to door, and it just didn't go as planned. She wasn't able to sell as many cookies as she wanted. But I got to the point where I went outside the comfort zone of even, you know, getting my sister to help me write a post to put on Facebook, or to take a picture for Instagram saying that she's selling Girl Scout cookies, to make phone calls to different family members across the country so that she can. And it's something that worked really well, and I know it can transfer over when we're marketing for these workshops, that we'd be able to reach out to people, to put things out in places where we know they should be in order to get the right audience. Like if you're wanting to reach out, like my group, we're trying to reach out to families with pornography addictions to try to relinquish those and create stronger bonds as a family. And we're going to market through relief societies and other things that, you know, family is important, and we're going to use our relief society and Facebook and other things to get the word out, to try to target the right audience. And I'm much out of time, so that's about the end of everything. I hope this all made sense.